Hey guys, Phil here with Dorkhammer, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Araby Army. All right, I had a suggestion here from Lone Rat some time ago. Kind of been off the channel for a little bit, but let's go ahead and take a look. I know nothing about them. I know that they are, if I looked it up correctly, they're non-aligned, a non-aligned force, kind of like Dogs of War, Hobgoblins and such. But let's go ahead and take a look at them. All right, let's go forward and see what we see here. All right, so kind of cool. All right, I'm going to pause it and just take a look at some of the major things and then move along a little quicker. Okay, so I scroll down here to Army Special Rules. Let's see what we got here first, okay? All right, just blah, 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 however, there are a number of... Okay, we got Zealotry. Models with this rule add their combat resolution score to their unit strength value when determining if they are steadfast. So the combat res go to, in addition, they roll 3d6 for any break tests taken in the first round of combat and discard the highest dice. So it's almost like Lizardmen cold-blooded, I guess, but only for the first round of combat. Okay, so it's any break test. So basically, it's going to make it a little harder for them to break. Just depends on how bad they lose, I guess. So models with this string add their combat res to their unit strength. All right, when determined they're steadfast. So I guess that's good. I'm trying to think. Sorry, it's been a while since I've reviewed an army, so forgive me if I miss a thing here and there. So basically, their combat res is going to help their. It's going to be combined with their unit strengths to determine they're steadfast. I guess that's a good thing because if there's, it'll add a little bit, so it'll make it a little hard for them to break, I guess. All right. Looks like is that the only special rule? It does look like it. Wow, that's not very much. It's only one roll. So let's see if we have anything else. Nope. Okay, so first we have an Emir and a Sheik. All right, so there's basically a lord and a hero, I guess. The Emir is weapon skill 6, strength 4, toughness 4, ballistic skill 5, 4 attacks, leadership 9. Pretty basic stuff. Has that same zealotry. All right. We got sorcerers. Okay, sorcerer uses spells from fire, metal, heavens, light, shadow, death, and desert. Okay, that'll be interesting looking at that. Pretty basic. I mean, basic, except that the Lord is toughness 4. All right. Hopefully, is that all they have? I guess they just have a wider range of spells. Nothing too crazy there. We have genies next. Okay, it'd be interesting to see a genie character. You know what? Maybe we'll check here in a second. In fact, I'm gonna pause it and see if I can see a genie painted up. Just a second. All right, check it out, y'all. So here's the Araby Army, I think. I presented my Araby Army finally painted. Let's take a look at it. Let's zoom in a little bit. Can we zoom in? Oops, my bad, guys. Let me go back here. Hold on. I mean, it's looking pretty dope. I mean, they got a big old eagle back there. They got like an elephant. Let's see what else we got. It's pretty cool looking. All right, not bad. Well painted. Magic carpet. All right. There's the genie we were talking about. All right. They went straight up Aladdin on that one. Oh my goodness, what is she? Anyways, pretty cool stuff here. These guys look like ninjas, so that's pretty sweet. I wonder what they are. Okay, I just wanted to check out the genie. Let's go back and check out the rest of the book. All right. So we have a genie, we have a Dao, and a Marid. Okay. This one uses water. This one uses earth. So I guess we got a whole avatar thing going on. We got air. We got fire. The Efreet is fire. Jinn is air. All right. Pretty cool. All right. So these guys got magical attacks. They're unstable. So this is kind of like an animated construct, I guess. 5+ ward. Genie binding. Genie acts as a servant to the sorcerer who has captured him, doing his bidding and trickstery. Okay. A genie. Hold on. Let's see. I guess that's just regular animated construct rolls. Not deployed at the start of battle may be summoned at any start at the start of any of your turns, as long as they are not already summoned and alive by the sorcerer who controls the genie. Put him within 6 inches and 1 inch away from other units. If it's slain, can be summoned back in a later turn, but the sorcerer will suffer a -1 penalty to their leadership. So kind of cool. They can come back. However, the sorcerer is slain, the genie is immediately banished to his container and removed as a casualty. All right, so let's see what the differences are on these genies, okay? The Dao, natural armor 4+. Okay, oh, they can cast Flesh to Stone from the Lore of Life. Bounce spell 5. I do like that. That is a good genie. All right, we got the merit, so good start with the. Of course, it's only a 4+ armor save, but Maybe that can save your ass on a turn. Merid, okay, magic resistance 2 and immunity to ice attacks. If you're going against Kislev or something else that has ice, I guess. There's so many armies I don't know much about. They can cast a spell, Ice Shard Blizzard. I can't remember what that does from the lore. Oh yeah, that's the one that knocks you back or something like that. As an innate bound spell, power level 4. I say I still like this one here because it's just too specific to ice. Djinn is a fly special rule. They can cast Wind Blast from the lower heavens. Oh shoot, I don't remember which one's which. Sharp Blizzard. Maybe that is a hex spell. I forget what it does. To be honest. Wind Blast from the lower heavens as an innate bound spell, power level 4. I think that one just knocks people back. It could be good for situational stuff. Make it fly around and screw some stuff up. Efreet has hatred, flaming attacks, and immunity to flaming attacks. They can cast. Okay, that's actually pretty sweet. They can cast the flaming sword of ruin from the Lord of Fire as an innate bound spell, and I can't remember what that one does. I think that's when they just get flaming attacks and strength 5 or something. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember what that does, to be honest. Okay, so I mean, just on paper, I like the Dal the best. That maybe the flaming attack second, and then maybe the married for maybe the Jin one seems. I don't know. Maybe if I can remember what Ice Shard Blizzard does. Here, let's look it up real quick. Maybe I can find out real quick. Just a second. Okay, so here we are, Lore of Heavens. Okay, let's check out Ice Shard Blizzard. Hex spell, 24 inches, -1 to weapon skill, ballistic skill, and leadership until the start of the caster's next magic phase. Shooting attacks do not use a ballistic skill. Must roll 4+ on a d6 before firing. And then the wizard can choose to extend it for 48 inches. 7+ to cast, not bad. That's pretty decent actually. Now let's look at the Wind Blast. The Wind Blast is a magic missile, range of 24 inches. Target is pushed 2d3 directly away from the caster. Does not change the facing, and the target comes in contact with impassable terrain and stops 1 inch away and suffers d6 strength to take 3 hits. Very situational. If they come in contact with another unit, stops 1 inch away, and both units suffer d6 strength 3 hits. Targets that cannot move or not push back. I mean, that's kind of. I don't see that being a very powerful spell unless it's just very situational. All right, I mean, it could screw up a turn. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, between that and Flesh of Stone, come on. And then let's look up the Flaming Sword of Ruin as well. Let's see, Fire, Lord of Fire. Here it is. Okay, Flaming Sword of Ruin. Is that right here? I think it is. Yeah, here it is. 8+ to cast, 24 inches, large. The target unit, except mounts, has +1 bonus when rolled into wound and all shooting, attack, and close combat attacks until the caster's next magic phase. So that's really good. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of between these two. Like I said earlier, I knew it was going to be something good like that. I just didn't think it would be that good. So honestly, oh man, it's very. I say this is good, really good. Only 5, and this is really good. Okay, so I would take the Dow or the Efreet. The other two, not so much. I would rather take Ice Shard Blizzard than Jin. This is probably the most weak sauce one. Anyways, okay, let's move on. Genies are leadership 7. Only monstrous infantry. I don't see them being. They got magical attacks and they're unstable, but they're not immune to psychology unless I'm missing something. All right, whatever. We got these ninja looking guys, which are kind of cool. Look like assassins or something, which is probably what they are. Yeah, they're assassins. Look at that. So they're the Hashishin, movement 5, weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 6, strength 4, toughness 4, 2 wounds, initiative 7, 3 attacks. They have that zealotry. They're hidden like assassins, immunity to psychology, only psychology. They're scouts and they dodge at a 5+ ward. Okay, pretty cool. Plus the model looks pretty cool from what we saw in those pictures. We have the Warriors of Araby next. Pretty just basic stats on these guys. Strength 3, toughness 3. Looks like the Bokum is strength 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks. A Holy Man is I don't know what the heck's so great about him. Let's see what these guys do. The Bokum subject to frenzy. So add strength 4, toughness 4. So basically 3 attacks. And whoops, gotta sneeze. Just 1 second. I swear, guys, I sneezed like 5 times in a row. Okay. They must always be placed in the front rank along with the command group, but attacks may be allocated against them as if they were characters. So that's not so great. I mean, they can get killed, but not so great on that. The Holy Man cuts as being part of the unit. command group and is the last model to be removed after champions. A unit of Holy Man is subject to a hatred special. I like that. I'd rather take the Holy Man, to be honest. I mean, this guy, I mean, he's got some decent stats, but he'll be killed right away if he has no armor. I'm not sure what kind of armor these guys get. Just got that zealotry. The bowmen, okay. We got, I mean, basic stuff. Leadership 7. Corsairs, well, kind of like my Dark Elves. Weapon skill 4. 1 attack. They're ambushers, zealotry, so these guys are just skirmishers kind of guys, ambushers. We got slave levies. These guys are weapon skill 2, moving 4, strength 3, toughness 3. Expendable mixed unit. Let's see the slave master rule. Follows all the rules for normal unit champions except the following exception. The slave master is always placed in the rear rank of the unit and may be the only model in that rank. So it's always placed in the rear rank. In addition, the unit must take a leadership at the start of each of the turn if failed. Slaves are refusing to to follow their master's orders, and the unit suffers D6 strength 3 hits as he restores order. So that's kind of funny. They got to be like 3 points, maybe 2.5 points, something like that. Kind of like Skaven slaves. Tribal nomads. We got skirmishers and scouts. So these are scout kind of guys. Ballistic skill 4. See how much these guys are worth. Scout, skirmishers, zealotry. They do have a Jezzail, kind of like this Skaven. 30-inch range, strength 4, armor piercing. I don't like the move or fire. That's kind of annoying, but they are skirmishers. It is what it is. We have the tribal skirmisher. Only ballistic skill 3. Just regular scout skirmishers. Nothing too crazy. Zealotry. I mean, I guess that zealotry is a good rule, but still, I'm just not seeing a lot of. Well, I don't know. Let's see if they wow us a little bit more. We got fast cavalry, quick to fire. Okay, always good. Zealotry. If I remember, quick to fire is basically they can stand and shoot. Let's go look it up. All right. Here, let me pause it. It's been a while. Okay. Quick to fire. They don't suffer -1 for moving and shooting. I like that. They can always stand and shoot against a charging enemy. They don't have to be within a certain distance, even if the enemy would be too close for such a charge reaction to be declared. Okay, so that's usually what that rule is. Also, maybe use 1 per turn when declaring a charge. Oh, okay. Unless they are move or fire. So I like these rules. I see that's kind of cool. So they can shoot on the way in. I don't remember if I've seen that before. Maybe I missed that. Also, okay. When declaring a charge, all right. Immediately after a unit has declared a charge, declare a charge reaction before moving any units. If the enemy unit chooses to stand and fire, stand and shoot, or fire and flee. Well, fire and flee, I'd like that too. Both units will fire at the same time. Quick to fire can be used even this way. If the unit starts its charge outside the weapon's maximum range, the shooting start resolve. Normally, the charge fails for whatever reason. We've seen the charges close within the weapon's maximum range first. Any shots fired suffer -1. So I see a lot of good stuff with that quick to fire. I just really like it. Really good stuff for the fast cavalry. I really like that with the Walp rules. Let's look at the camel riders. We got strength 4. Moving 4, basic stuff. The camels are strength 3, toughness 4, movement 7, fast cavalry as well. All right. We got the Sipahis. These guys are weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, fast cavalry as well. They got some kind of lances, it looks like. We'll see what their weapon choices are. The movement 9 under Arabian Steed, so it's kind of cool. Arabian Steed. All right, we got the Palace Guards. These guys are movement 4, strength 4, toughness 3, stubborn, zealotry. All right, now we're talking. All right, they look kind of cool too. We got the Janissaires. Okay, these guys look like some kind of I don't know, some kind of special warriors. Ballistic skill 4, weapon skill 4. Janissaires have the immunity panic special rule and may roll 3d6 dice, discarding the highest dice when taking leadership tests to redirect charges, restrain pursuit, and march and reform. So a little more discipline. So kind of cool. Interesting. We got the Mamelukes next. These guys look cool. So they're on an Arabian Steed, strength 4, toughness 3. All right, not bad at all. They Hashem 2 attacks. It's just a champion. We got the Silent Guards. These guys look like Marauders or something. Marauder ninjas. Strength 4, weapon skill 4. I'm sorry, ballistic skill 4, initiative 4. Not bad. 1 attack. They're unbreakable. All right, that's interesting. Always like unbreakable. Flying Carpet Riders. Now we're talking. Strength 3, toughness 3, it's nothing crazy. Flies 10. Carpet bombing. Once per turn during the remaining move segment of the movement phase, the unit carpet may carpet bomb any unit. Any unit, at least one of its models have moved during that phase. Each flying carpet rider inflicts D3 strength 2 hits with the poison attack special rule. So pretty weak sauce, but the poison attack helps out a little bit. All right, you can just fly them over and just drop bombs. Maybe good for taking out chaff and stuff like that. Possibly making people panic, or maybe like lone characters, something like that. We got dervishes next. These guys look kind of cool. Looks like Jafar as a warrior. Weapon skill 5, movement 5. Not bad. Initiative 5, 2 attacks. Immune to psychology. Poison attack, skirmisher, swift stride, zealotry. Just pretty cool. Do not charge like normal units. Instead, declare the charge you wish to charge. Roll the charge distance as normal. Turn the enemy so they are facing the center of the enemy unit. Then move forward. However, dervishes never stop when they reach an enemy unit. Will always move their full charge move, emerging on the other side and moving through multiple enemy units as if they had enough movement to do so, stopping within 1 inch of any friendly. If they ever end movement within enemy, place one behind. So they end up behind the enemy unit. If they cannot be placed in due to there not being enough space, they are removed as casualty after resolving attack. Any unit that passes through this manner takes D3 strength 3 hits with the poison attacks rules for every dervish. So kind of cool, kind of an interesting role. Let's see. So first, these are basically resolve like impact hits. So I mean, pretty low strength, but who knows? That might be kind of interesting. Could take out chaff. Could just weaken the stuff out, and they can't be attacked. I guess they just go through them. I'm not sure. This is kind of a weird one. All right, we got blade dancers. Hello, nurse. All right, so we got moving forward. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5. They have a 5 of dodge, skirmisher, zealotry. At the start of each round of combat, the unit can choose the following dances to perform. They may not choose the same dance in 2 consecutive turns. Okay, interesting. All right, so the whirling death, blade dancer focuses on striking, blah, blah, blah. While performing the dance, the blade dancer gains the, these are like Weight Watchers on the killing blow special roll. Blade storm, while performing the dance, the blade dancers gain 1 attack. And then the seductive shadow, while performing the dance, enemies suffer -1 modifier to hit the blade dancers in close combat. So they do have a 5 ward, which is nice. But just really low strength. I don't know. I guess they do have the. I don't know. That killing blow is going to be the best thing, probably. I don't know. Maybe that -1. I don't know, but still not bad. Maybe you can buff them up if you with magic, and that would be kind of nice because they have a decent initiative at initiative 5. We got Pegasus guards next. Pegasus Radiant Pegasus moving 8, strength 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks. Pretty regular Pegasus stuff. It flies. We got strength 4, toughness 3. Okay, cool. A model with the special Radiant Aura has a one use only strength 2 breath weapon. So kind of cool. Radiant Aura. Okay, Naphaton. Okay. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this dude looks wicked. That's a pretty cool painting. I like that. Okay, so skirmishers, zealotry, naphtha bombs. Okay. 6-inch range, strength 4, flaming attacks, ignores armor saves, quick to fire. I like all of that, except for the range. Okay, so we got the Naphtha Siphon, strength 3, breath weapon, flaming attacks, ignores armor save. Not bad. A unit taken as casualty from Naphtha Siphon must take a panic hit. Oh, I like that. They cannot be used in close combat, but may fire every round in the shooting phase. There's no need to roll 4+ like with other breath weapons. So there's a 4+ that you have to roll with breath weapons. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Artillery, we got cannons. Looks like regular stuff. Toughness 7. We got the monster bombard. I guess it's just more range. Okay, so then we got the regular cannon. What does it do? Okay, so 72 inches, strength 10, multiple D6 plus 1. Interesting. All right, so monster bombers reroll the distance bounced by the cannonball and failed rolled wounds of 1. Oh my goodness. If a misfire is rolled, add -1 to the result of the black. So they can be really, really, I think that's worth the reward. The risk is worth the reward on that misfire thing. So cumbersome, due to their size, the monster bombers may not be moved after deployment, but may pivot on the spot as normal. Okay. I just don't see the difference between the regular cannon and the monster bombard. There's something I'm missing here. Not sure. Maybe the regular it's just regular cannon rules, and then it's just let's see, cannon. I bet it's 60 inches, and the other one's 12 to 48 inches. Okay, that's what it is, and it's D6. Okay, I see. D6. Let's see. Multiple would mean, for example, multiple wounds would mean that each unsave would multiply to 2 wounds. Okay, each one. Let's see. Okay, so the one's D6 plus 1, and it has longer range. That's what it is. And it's a little bit more dangerous. And this one's 12 to 48 inches. Okay, for the regular cannon. All right, interesting. We got the Sandglass of Time. All right, what is this thing? Cool. I wonder if it's in this. I don't know. Maybe there's a picture of it. Okay, so it's some kind of a shrine or something like that. Gives stubborn. It's stubborn. Has zealotry ward save of 4+, toughness 7. Okay, the Sandglass possess all friendly units within 12 inches of the Sandglass have resistance 1, magic resistance 1. It generates 1 power dice and 1 dispel dice during the magic phase. Its Sandglass is destroyed. The ground begins to shake. Every unit within 12 inches takes 2d6 strength 4 hits. Ouch. That hurts. That's like the Mortis engine blowing up. Sands of Time. The Sandglass may cast any of the following spells. Power level 5 is a bounce spell. Abeyance remains in play. Hex spell, 18-inch range. You may choose to make the target forego one of the following actions: move, cast spells, shoot, or fight in close combat. Ooh, I like that. So basically, you can stop them from fighting in close combat. Man, so that's really good. Like, let's say basically you get a free round of combat, or if you got a wizard that's going to cast spells that turn and mess you up. I mean, pick your poison, right? Um, I like that spell. That's good. That's a good bounce spell. Next thing is the augment spell, 24 inches. While active, the unit may either choose to fire twice in the shooting phase or attack twice in the close combat phase. Doubling up. I like that too. 2 for 2 so far. Grave Dust, Hex spell, 12-inch range. Target suffers -1 to its movement, strength, toughness, and initiative. At the start of each following magic phase, these characteristics are further reduced by 1 and will continue to do so until the spell is dispelled. Man, these are all solid. I like them all. And man, this one's brutal. That's probably my favorite one. I mean, sheesh. I say this one number 1, this one number 2, this one number 3. I don't know. These two are kind of like close. Maybe this one number. Yeah, I really like this because you can basically stop a magic phase, or you can stop a shooting phase from a wizard. Maybe this one because it could really like turn the whole game around. Not that this one couldn't, right? But this one really could screw some stuff up. I don't know. They're very, very similar, but I will say the Grave Dust is totally, totally cool. All right, War Elephants. We got movement 6, strength 5, toughness 6, 5 wounds, 4 attacks. Monster D6 plus 1 MTAC hits, 5+ armor save, kind of low. Stampede. If the War Elephant suffers a wound from a miss attack, must immediately take a panic test. Anytime a War Elephant fails the panic test, it will flee in a random direction. If released to a unit, D6 plus 1 strength 5 hits. Ouch. Okay, we got armor save or upgrades. I'm sorry. We got armor plates. The War Elephant gains a 5+ armor save. Doesn't it already have that? I don't understand. Natural armor is already 5+. That one's a little confusing to me. All right. So does it gain a 3+? Maybe I don't know. Or maybe that's just an option with one of them. Spike Chain. The War Elephant gains impact test. 2d6 special rules. So 2d6 strength 5 hits. If it stampedes, it will do 2d6 strength 5 hits when on any unit it passes through. Spike Tusk. Each successful hit in close combat is multiplied to 2 hits. I like that, but I don't know. It depends on the points this thing costs. I mean, that's a really low armor save, and I just don't understand this armor plates thing. Doesn't really make too much sense to me when it's already got 5+ armor, 5+ natural armor. We got Rokes or Rock Sticks. Basically, strength 6, toughness 6, 6 wounds, 5 attacks, weapon skill 5. Okay, what's the downside? Is it doesn't have any kind of ward save or anything. It looks like. Well, it depends how much it costs to, right? Once returned during the remaining moves phase, a rock may pick up one enemy monster's infantry, beast, or monster's cavalry model, except models with fly or ethereal, chosen by the Araby. Lookout search still applies. That is that it had that it has moved during the phase. The model can avoid the drop attack by passing an initiative test if the model has successfully picked that up. It is either dropped to the ground or it may be dropped over another engagement. Target unit takes D6 string 4 hits. The drop model is automatically removed as a cat. Man, ooh, I like that. That is kind of cool. I mean, it. I mean, it has high toughness. Like it's of course like a cannonball or something that does multiple wounds could really mess it up, or just something with poison attack. Oh, poison attacks aren't the same anymore. Something could still mess it up, but still kind of a cool thing. We have Khalil al Zahir. It's the first character, right? Okay, we got weapon skill 4, string 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks, just a regular kind of hero. And then he's carried by throne bearers, string 4, 4 attacks, so not bad. Basically 6 attacks altogether, leadership 10. The throne bearers carried into battle by 4 of them. Unit strength 5. The bodyguard Great Soul is accompanied by the palace guard, and he may not leave his unit. Placed in the second range, so he'll just be in the second range, kind of like the lady of the whatever from the Bretonians. As long as the Great Sultan's alive, the palace guard is immune to psychology. Has immunity to psychology. This Great Sultan of Araby must be the army's general. His inspired presence is increased to 18 inches. And why has he only got? Oh, he does have 3 wounds. I'm sorry, I thought I saw 2 for some reason. He gets to 18 plus. Okay, not bad. I guess he doesn't count as a large target. Is there a large target in this edition? I don't remember. Also counts as having the hold your ground ability like a battle standard bearer. In addition, any friendly unit within 12 inches of him adds +1 to their combat res boon. Pretty solid. The Jewel of Mullah Aklan, a talisman. He gets a 4+ ward save, magic resistance 2, so 2+ against magic. Whew. Yikes. At the start, if you can even do 2. Can you do 2? I think you can. At the start of the Araby turn, Khalil may call out one of the commands below to a friendly unit within 12 inches. Oh, with the Zealotry special within 12 inches. Effects last until the start of the Araby player's next turn. Strength of 1. The unit may reroll failed rolls to hit into wound of 1 in close combat. Always a good thing. Fury of the 1. All models gain with +1 attack. Always solid. Faith of the 1. Unit gains immunity to psychology and stubborn special rules. Pretty solid. I like all of them. Probably take this one. Or this one. They're all pretty good, but these 2 are better, I think. All right, we got Sultan Jafar. All right. He is a level 4 wizard, uses Lore, Shadow, and Death. I like it. Strength 3, toughness 4, 3 wounds. Okay, special rules. Despot. If Jafar is in your army, he must be the general. Friendly units within 12 inches may reroll failed psychology tests under his watchful eye. However, units outside of his inspired presence suffer -1 leadership due to their unwillingness to fight for him. Dang, double-edged sword there. The Serpent Staff, he's straight up Jafar from whatever, Aladdin. At the start, or maybe something before that, maybe like Thousand Arabian Nights or whatever the heck it is. I don't know. I've never read it. At the start of any close combat phase, when an enemy bottle and base contact must pass a psychology test or it will come under Jafar's control for the duration of the combat phase. Will attack any friendly models in the base contact chosen by the Araby player, even if in the challenge. Okay. The Black Book of Ibn Megazar, arcane item. Okay. Black Book contains Jafar Lore Master special rule. Okay, I like that. In addition, whenever Jafar attempts to cast a spell, he must make a blood sacrifice to see the number of victims claimed by the book. Roll a d3. Basically remove the casualties at this many dice to the casting attempt. I like it. It's kind of dark elfish, I guess. If there's insufficient volunteers, Jafar is also dragged into the book, and he and his unit are removed as casualty, and the spell automatically fails. No slaves of any kind can be taken by models claimed by the book. If Jafar has not attempted to cast a spell at the end of each magic phase, he is devoured by the demons within the book and is removed. Oh my goodness! So he's pretty good, but that's just way. Oh my goodness, that's too. You better take a big ass unit for him because he has a very very. I mean, it's only a D3, right? So just take a big block, and I think you'll be okay. But I mean, you have to cast a spell, so I mean, better make it a good one. So he's pretty awesome because he's got that lore master. But yeah, that's rough. Okay, all right. Next we have Salah Aden. Saladin. All right, the Sword of 1. Moving forward, weapon skill 7, strength 4, toughness 4, ballistic skill 5, initiative 6, 4 attacks. Lord character. 3 wounds. Okay, he has an 18-inch inspiring presence. Any unit joined by may roll failed psychology test, add +1 to their combat res. Good. Strategic genius. Any core unit in the army may deploy as ambushers as per normal rules. Pretty sweet. Sword of Salah ad-Din. Gives the wielder always strikes first and ignores armor saves special rules. Very solid. Magic armor, medium armor. Enemies are attempting to strike the wearer must reroll all successful rolls to hit in close combat. Pretty good considering he has weapon skill 7. All right, we got the golden magus. Okay, dude's wicked looking. Looks like that thing from like Big. The maybe not. I think it was actually purple. Let's see what he's got. All right. Weapon skill 4, movement 4, strength 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks, 3 wounds, level 3 wizard. Okay, so pretty kind of a fighty wizard, nothing too crazy. Level 3, he uses fire, metal, heavens, light, lord of the desert. At the beginning of every Araby player turn, he may summon the Jinn, so the Genie. Also a Genie. He can't do all of them, so he can't do whatever that one was. So we have, I forget what. So we had the Marid, the Ifrit is the fire, the Jinn was the weak sauce one, the Marid, and I can't remember the last one. The model acts like a normal genie in all respects. He may have a maximum of 3 genies summoned at one time, and every summoned genie must be a different type. So kind of cool. Sword of Fiery Curses, +1 strength and flaming attacks roll. Any flammable metal suffers an unsafe wound from this weapon is slain outright. Ooh, kind of cool. So strength 5. All right. The golden robe of protection gives him a 5+ ward save. Any attacks allocated towards him in close combat suffer -1 to hit. So he's only weapon skill 4, but still not bad to have, right? We have Layla bint Soraya. Howdy. All right. Silver Mane, movement 9. Just a Araby horse, pretty much. Arabian horse. She has weapon skill 5, strength 4, toughness 3, 2 wounds, 3 attacks. Chanting Beauty. Any units rally automatically within 12 inches. She is killed. All Araby units get hatred special rule against the model that killed them. All right, killed her. Better yet, kind of cool. They're like, "Why'd you take our boo away?" All right, so we got Sword of Light. Gives her a strength bonus 2 special rule when charging and +1 attack. So basically 4 attacks and strength. What is that? Strength 6. Not bad, not bad. All right, she's got a 4+ ward save with the anklet of the 1. Okay, we got Otakar Mehmed Aga. Sounds like a spell. Okay, look at this Philistine. All right, weapon skill 6, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks, only 2 wounds. He's a fighter, sort of, I guess. First division generator may move and fire. That may move and fire even if armed with handguns. However, if they do so, only the front rank may fire. Nothing wrong with that. In addition, the unit may be armed with both special combat weapon and missile weapons chosen among the normal janitors. Set up this unit. So you can't leave the unit and no other character can join. But kind of cool. It can help them move and fire. If I read that correctly. Okay, we got the commander's Yatagan. All right, this weapon gives him +1 to hit in close combat and the parry special rule. So only a 6+ for the parry, not too great there. This helmet gives him a 6+ armor save. In addition, he may reroll failed armor save. I just don't understand. Why is it just a 6+ armor save? So 6+ armor save, 6+ award. Why would you take him? I don't understand. I guess if you put him in like those janissaries, whatever, but kind of weak sauce on that. I guess he can help kill some stuff, but it depends how much he's worth. Abdul Al-Hazred, Mad Sorcerer. All right, let's see. Pretty basic rules on him. Let's see. Immunity to Psychology, Zealotry, level 2 Withered, knows all the spells from the Lord Depth. Okay, I like that. Genie Mastered. He may reroll failed leadership tests when trying to summon genies. Like it. Before you cast any spells, besides the Lord Sigma spell, you must first roll these d6. See which spell determine which spell he may cast at this time. In addition, the resultant spell is otherwise cast as normal. In addition, he will never be your army general and may never use in any unit he joins uses his leadership. Nor may any unit he joins use his leadership. Okay, whatever. The Eye of the Penitent gives him a 4+ ward save. In addition, any model of the undead special rules and attack to him must first pass the leadership. If failed, they may not attack. Okay. Any model. Okay. So they can't attack him straight up. Okay. Yeah, they failed leadership test. So that's not too bad. We got the Necromonicon. All right. Allows him to reroll any ones when casting spell. Oh, I like that. However, anytime he successfully casts, he must pass a leadership test. If he fails, and he counts as having his failed stupidity test at leadership 8. If he failed the test and the result is an odd number, he suffered a wound with no saves allowed. In addition, any unit joined by Abdul suffers -1 to their leadership value. So good and bad. I don't know, man. It seems like there's a give and take with these guys quite a bit. All right. Sindibadu, Corsair Captain of Lashik. Movement 4, weapon skill 6, string 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks. Zealotry. All Corsair models always treats him as an army general, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a pretty weak sauce army general, though. The blades, the Great Seas, 2-hand weapons. These weapons allow him to reroll ones. He gains 1 additional attack for every model in base contact. Not bad, but still only string 4. He gets a 5+ ward save from the Ruby Eye. In addition, any enemy so they gotta basically enemies have to pass a psychology test, and they can only hit them on a natural roll of a 6 if they fail it. So kind of okay, but still not really any armor. Oh, I mean, it has a 5 ward, but still, it's kind of low. The Prince of Thieves. Let's see what we got here. Movement 5, strength 5. I'm sorry, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks, 2 wounds. He's hidden. This is what do you call it? An assassin character. If in his base contact with a enemy character with magic items, he may attempt to steal them. Roll d6. On a 4+, the prince successfully steals 1 random talisman, enchanted, or arcane item from. So it is randomized. The item is then removed from play. Any stolen items are worth the cost of additional victory points, even if the prince is wiped out later in the game. So kind of cool. He can never be your general, nor may you use his leadership. Acrobat. The prince has an optical strider special rule and can move over solid impassable terrain such as walls, rock formation buildings, but not water and the like. He also in close combat, all successful hits must be rerolled against him. Must be rerolled at the end of each combat he is in. Before the break test is taken, he may choose to leave his unit and move out of combat. Place him anywhere within 1 inch of his unit. He may move as normal next turn. The Dagger of Truth always wounds on a 2+, and any enemy wounded must reroll any successful armor save. I like that, but it's probably going to be expensive. Okay, Malik Ibn Lahad. All right, he's an infantry, dodge 4+, also an assassin, I guess. Immune to psychology, hidden scout, zealotry. Same kind of guy. Looks like that. Movements 5, weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 6, 3 attacks. 4+ ward, dodge save. I mean, not bad. For every close combat attack that fails to hit against him, he may make an additional attack back. Interesting. Code of the Hidden Creed, Hidden Blade. All right, magic item is the Damashiquin Blade. +1 to Malik strength, so strength 5. In addition, if he is fighting an enemy with a magic weapon, roll a d6 for every attack that Malik hits with. On a 5+, the magic weapon is destroyed. Okay, so kind of like another version of that other guy. Just a baby version, or I don't know, a decent version. All right, Carmel. All right, moving 6, strength 4, toughness 4, 4 attacks, 3 wounds. Monsters infantry. Oh, this is that one we saw in that looks like a genie, female genie. She's a Jinn, genie binding, magical attacks, unstable ward save. She can reroll any failed charge or pursuit move she makes. All enemies within 6 inches suffer -1 modifier to hit rolls for both close combat and missile attacks, and -1 to armor, ward, or regeneration save. Interesting. Okay, she can reroll failed ward saves. That's an interesting little construct. All right, next we're going to look at the Lore of the Desert. Okay, the signature spell, or lore attribute, better yet, is whenever a spell is cast from the lore desert, that unit must reroll 6s for their charge distance when fleeing and when pursuing to start until the start of the next Arabian phase. So that's actually pretty solid. That's pretty cool. I mean, not the best in the world, but kind of cool because it can affect your enemy. Kind of an expensive signature spell, 8+. It's a magic missile, 18 inches, d6 strength, 2 hits. The target reduces all their movement by half, rounding up in their next movement phase. The wizard can choose to extend it to 36 inches, 2d6 to a 13 plus. So I mean, just not the best spell. I mean, strength 2. If it was strength 3, maybe, but strength 2 is pretty low. I mean, if you get 1, come on, you got to roll a 6 for the most part, or at least a 5. I mean, it does mess up their movement a little bit, but could be good against chaff, right? The Curse of the Genie, cast on a 6 plus, is a hex spell, 24 inches. Target must reroll all successful 2 wound rolls until the start of the caster's next magic phase. Can extend it 48 inches for a 9 plus. Dancing Scimitar, okay. I mean, that's kind of solid. For 6 plus, that's pretty solid, actually. The Dancing Scimitar, but it's only going to affect people that are in combat, right? Well, I don't know. Does that mean that it's for shooting as well? I'm guessing it does mean that. Dancing Scimitar is a magic missile, 24 inches, D6, 24 hits. Roll a D6 after resolving damage on a 3 plus. It moves on to another unengaged unit within 8 inches. Now that is what I like. Keep rolling until you make an unsuccessful attempt or run out of enemy units. That could make some people panic right there, possibly. Keep rolling, and then all right. Note that any unit cannot hit more than once in the same Dancing Scimitar each turn. Okay, so basically it only hit them once, but it can't jump from unit to unit. And I like that it's strength 4, not strength 3. All right, you can extend it 48 inches for 11. I mean, that's a solid little spell. Sunstrike, 9 plus to cast, is a direct damage spell. 18 inches, shoots in a straight line from the caster's base. Any model in that line takes a strength 5 hit with a flaming attack special rule. The unit can extend it to 36 inches. If they do so, it's 12 plus. Decent. I don't know. I don't know. Could be better. We got Mirage. It's a hex spell. Place a marker 24 inches and line of sight of the target. So while this is in effect, target must move directly towards the marker as fast as possible in the movement phase, or target it with any missile weapons. If the marker is within that charge range, the unit must declare a charge against it as if it was an enemy unit. The spell is immediately dispelled if the target reaches a marker, has lost line of sight to it at the start of their movement phase, hits it with a missile weapon, or is engaged in close combat. That's an interesting spell. So basically, it's what it is. It's a mirage. So basically, you can mess people up with this one. That's kind of interesting. I like that spell. A little expensive, but I like it. Quicksand, 11 plus to cast. A direct damage spell, 18 inches. All models must take an initiative test. Those that fell then take an armor save. If passed, they are dragged down into the sand. Wait, maybe it's not right. All models in the unit must take an initiative. Those that fell must take an armor save. If passed, they are dragged down to the center, removed as a casualty. No saves allowed. No saves allowed on the 11. Models without armor count as passing on the 6. I think they meant if not passed. All right, they're dragged into the sound. Models without armor save count as passing. No, without armor pass on the 6. Has no effect on fly, ethereal, strider, special rule units. You can extend it 36 inches. So that's a pretty interesting spell. Basically, it'll work good against low initiative, but all models take an initiative test for really, really cheap, 11 points only. Interesting. Sandstorm, 12 plus to cast, remains in play, affects all units, friend or foe, 12 inches of the wizard. No units within the sandstorm can use missile weapons, and war machines cannot fire. So I guess that's any war machine on the field. No units may be targeted by any missile attack. Flying units are restricted to ground movement. I mean, this is like the Storm Banner or something, except better, because war machines just can't fire. Enemy units affected cannot march in their next movement phase. Man, that is a brutal spell. It can hurt Euro guys too, but sheesh. It's can be very good for you. I will say this is not my favorite lore, but I do have some. I really like the Quicksand spell. The Sandstorm spell can be really brutal. The rest of them, honestly, I don't know. I do like the Dancing Scimitar. That actually is a pretty cool low casting spell. The Quicksand's cool, and then and I don't know. The Mirage is cool too, but I do like them. Actually, they're okay. They're okay. Just not my favorite. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna move on to the magic items, which are called the Artifacts of Creed. Let's see what we got here. The Orb of Illusion. All right. The Talisman. Enemy must allocate their attacks between. So I guess these are for the assassin guys. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. These are cool photos. I like or this cool artwork. The enemy must allocate their attacks between the assassin and his illusion in close combat on a 1 to 3. The attack hits the illusion, has no effect. On a 4 to 6 attack, the result is normal. That is pretty cool. So basically, 50-50 chance that even let's see, allocate their attacks. So basically, they have to allocate their attacks first of all, right? So 50% chance they'll lose an attack, and then on top of that, they still have to hit and wound, unless they get something that automatically hits or something like that. But that is pretty cool. I like that. I don't know, 40 points, not bad. I like it. Interesting magic item or artifact or whatever. Venom of the Desert Snake, 30 points. All rolls to hit of a 6 automatically wound. Armor save taken as normal. Any model wounded must pass a toughness test or suffer an additional wound. So basically, it's like old school poison from 8th edition, and then they have to take a toughness test, and they suffer another wound. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. Sucks that that's the regular poison now, but at the same time, I understand it. Poison was a little OP. I don't know. I kind of like that. I don't know because I think poison now is just a +1 to wound, if I'm not mistaken. Which I don't know. I don't really have a problem with that. Never mind. It's all right. It's okay. Although I will say, I just fought a battle of Skaven with gutter runners, and I absolutely decimated these fast cavalry with poison attacks. It was just awesome. I don't know. I like the old school poison. You know what? I'll have to play a game of WoW and just decide myself. Okay. Hidden Blade. The assassin gains a killing blow. All right, 20 points. That's not bad. The assassin gains multiple D3 wounds. Shadow Strike, 20 points. Not bad at all. Cloak of Shadows, 20 points. The wearer is an additional -2 to hit for enemies with missile weapons. This only applies to assassins on his own. So let's say you give an assassin that, and then maybe they can fly, or because of a spell or some other magic item. I mean, it's going to be hard to hit them, but enough shots will kill them. But I don't see why you would have an assassin on its own. So I don't know about that one. That seems kind of silly. Code of Creed, assassin can reroll failed hit rolls and challenges, and the enemy cannot refuse a challenge made by an assassin. So okay, I don't know. It's okay. Nether Toxin, the assassin has poison attack special rule. In addition, he always wounds on a 3+ or better. Not bad. Wait. Why wouldn't you just? I don't know. I think if I want to spend that many points, I'd rather get the Venom of the Desert Snake for 30 points. I don't know. I guess if you can't fit it, then that's what you would do. We got the Dagger of the Grandmaster, 20 points. Magic weapon, additional hand weapon. Nominate one enemy character start of the battle. They'll always wound that model in 2+, and the model must reroll successful armor saves. Pretty situational, but not bad if you know you're going to face them. But I don't know, a little too situational for my taste. Now we have the actual magic items. Okay, we got the Blade of a Holy Wrath, 60 points. Bear gains a strength bonus equal to the wound characteristic of any model. He hits in close combat. Okay, strength bonus. Oh. He's also subject to hatred and frenzy. I don't know. That's kind of cool. So basically, it's something that's, I don't know. They got 2 wounds, so it's good for challenges, I guess. If you're fighting a lord, you might be on strength 6 or 7. Interesting. Can't have any more he hits in close combat. So you know what? That's actually it's not bad. So if you're fighting regular chaff kind of guys, you might get a +4 or +2, depending on what you're fighting. So interesting little item. 60 points. I mean, but for that amount, I mean, you might as well just get the Ogre Blade or not, whatever. No, actually, that's not bad because it's actually increasing your strength to 6 or 7 at times. So interesting. Martyr's Shard. If the wielder causes an unsafe wound on the enemy, he may choose to lose D3 of his own wounds to instantly kill the opponent. No saves of any kind might be taken by either side. That's a ballsy one. I will tell you that. I guess this is something you would take as I guess it's a martyr, right? So kind of interesting, a little character assassination thing. So I wonder. So I guess would this work? If someone wants to instantly kill. See, here's what I wonder about this one. Let's say you cause a wound on a monster or a character. Does it? I mean, does it kill monsters too? I guess that's the question I have on that one. So, anyways, that's pretty cool. You can kill a dragon if that's the case, or something like that, or some other big thing. The bow of seeking, 25 points. Bow shots fired with the bow or string 5 ignore all to hit penalties. That's pretty solid for 25 points. I like that. The shield of faith, 50 points. Magic armor, it's a shield, gains a 5+ ward save. If the bearer is wounded by any amount, passes towards the enemy weapon is destroyed. kind of interesting there. I don't know if it's 50 points, but yeah. We got the armor of the Scorpion, 15 points. Magic armor. Might hear a jet overhead. Light armor. See, I hate our light armor. The wearer has natural armor and poison attacks. That was super loud, y'all. Close to a naval base, but okay. So light armor. The wearer has natural armor, 5+ and poison attack. So that mean that it's okay. So it's natural armor. It's a 5+. That light armor is a 5+ now, is what it is, right? And poison attack. So +1 to wound as well. Not bad for 15 points. The Ring of Divine Healing talisman. At the start of each player's turn, the ring will bestow 1 wound suffered earlier in the game. This cannot be used to increase the character's wound above the starting value. Not bad for 40 points. All right, we got the Golden Carafe enchanted item. Enemy armors lose all magical bonus against close combats made by this attacks made by the bearer. They count as mundane armors of their type. In addition, any successful enemy wards must be rerolled. That's pretty solid for 25 points. Not gonna lie, I like that. So yeah, no magical bonuses for armors, and then reroll ward saves. That's a solid little item for 25 points. I'd say this is probably my favorite one so far. Pretty nice. Lamp of Aladdin, Alaudin, 25 points, 1 use solely. I hate 1 use only. Let's see if it's worth it. At the start of his turns, any of his turns, the bearer of the Lamp of Alaudin chooses to summon a genie of any type. The genie must be placed in 6 inches. Bearer at least 1 inch away from impassable terrain. The genie lasts until the start of the bearer's next turn. I don't know if that's really worth it. I mean, I guess you get a genie for a turn. Why not remains in play? Well, I guess that'd be a little OP. I'd rather be 50 points and then it remains in play. You know what I mean? Because then you get a genie for 50 points. Or whatever. Or at least maybe remains in play and it has to be dispelled. That would be better. I don't understand why this is just until the start of the bearer's next turn. Just my immediate thoughts. The Rope of Kadizar, not on foot only, as long as he's not in base contact with anyone, he can climb the rope and disappear into either at the start of the he reappears in any location in the battlefield, but must be placed 1 inch away from all enemy. That is pretty dope. So pretty much a single enemy or a single character unit, you can just transport him to another side of the board. We get the Sandstorm Staff. It's a 60 points arcane item, bounce spell level 5, contains Sandstorm spell off the Lord of the Desert. In addition, when using spells from this Lord, the wielder of the staff may roll power dice for every spell cast. 1 power die. And that was the sand spell. That was this. Whoop. Did I pass everything up? Here, let me get back to where I was. Okay, so going back, the Sandstorm was the one that where basically it's like the Storm Banner. Missile weapons can't be used. War machines cannot fire. I mean, that is pretty solid for 5 points. And you get to reroll 1 power dice. I like that. That is pretty solid, 40 points. I like it. Good little talisman. And it's the start. It's not a 1 turn only, right? 5 points, and then I mean, you could really, really mess with your enemies. I say this is one of my favorite ones so far. That's pretty solid. That one, and then I did like the Blade of Holy Wrath, and I don't know, not bad. Like it. Shield of Faith was okay, but yeah, I don't know. I'd say that's probably my favorite one, just because it's only 5 points, to cast it, right? Okay, we got the Golden Carafe. It's enemies' armors lose all. Okay, I already read that one. My bad. I was wrong. I was already over here. Then we got the Banner of the Desert. I was gonna say desert. 50 points. Enemies firing at the unit must reroll successful to hit rolls with their missile weapons. In addition, enemy units in base contact carrying the standard suffer -1 to their weapon skill. I mean, all right. I don't think it's worth 50 points. All right, let's go down here and let's look at the army list. See what these guys are worth. 4 points per model. Really, really cheap for bodies. Not bad. And then you can have a champion for 25. You can have a magic standard up to 25 points. They can take spears. They can take the Dubicon or the Holy Man. Okay. The Holy Man was cool. I think he gave them hatred or something like that, even if he dies, which I like that one. So pretty decent. Not bad. You could have a horde of these and they'll have to like mulch through them. Okay. So yeah, not bad. Okay. And I mean, this would be a good like bunker unit if you like put up, I don't know, 60 of them, 100 of them, I don't know, whatever, 400 points. I don't know if you would do that big, but still, just something to. We have Lord Khalil. I remember not being too wowed by the Lord. I mean, he's got, whatever, medium armor, Jewel of the Makand. I mean, He had a good rule, that 18-inch rule, and then he can be put in the middle of the thing. I just was not too wowed by him for 295. Nothing crazy. The Sultan of Jafar. This one was kind of the one that was double-edged sword, level 4 death. He was a the black book thing was kind of crazy if I remember correctly. Sorry, I'm trying to remember some of these. He can be accompanied by 2 genies for 94.5 points per model. Uh, yeah, the genies. I guess if you took the genie that had the fire thing, the flaming sort of ruin thing, and then the other genie that had the 4+ armor, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, and oh, I cannot remember. But I remember 2 of the genies I did like. Sorry, this is the next day, so I don't remember everything I read last night. This is the second part of the video. We got Salah. And so the Jafar one was interesting. It'd be cool to try it out, but I think he's just going to end up being taken over by the book. Salah Adin. All right, righteous faith, zealotry, armor of the sun. I mean, 265 points for a 3-wound character. I mean, he's a lord, I guess, right? So I think this one was okay from Rickard. The Golden Magus. All right, we got the Fiery Curses. 370 points, level 3 wizard. This one had a lot of. I like when they can pick from a different lore, so that one wasn't too bad, I guess. The Sorcerer Lord. This is your basic stuff. Basically, you're looking at 165 points. Strength 3, toughness 4. To level 3, you can upgrade into level 4 for 35. You can game flying carpet for 15 points. Interesting. Give him some G's. May take magic item worth 100 points. The Emir is only 90 points. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4 attacks. Basic Lord stuff. I mean, maybe you put him on a war elephant or something like that. It'd be kind of cool. You can have handguns too. I really haven't seen too many handguns, right? So interesting. But yeah, character mounts. We got the Warbeast, War Monster, the Radiant Pegasus, the War Elephant. I just didn't like that natural armor on the elephants. Just not too great. The genie was, I guess it was okay. So is the Lord mounted on it? Oh, they come with the genie. They're not mounted on them. So I do like the idea of having 2 genies on the battlefield. That's kind of cool. 5+ ward save, unstable magical attacks. The fire, and I'm trying to remember what the Tao was. Oh man, my curiosity is getting the best of me, guys. This is my first time seeing this part of the book. So let's go see what that was. Let's see. The Tao. Wait, what page was I on? I don't know. We'll come back to it. Okay, so here we are on genies. It just got the best of me. I wanted to see that one genie, not the Jin, but the Dao. So it has a 4+ armor. It has that's what it was. It can cast Flesh to Stone from the Lore of Life as an innate bound spell, which is fantastic. And yeah, so you could have two of the genies. I would definitely take these 2 because I think they have to be different. Correct. Uh, yeah, I would definitely. By the way, I switched over to the PDF on here instead of the internet. It was just being so silly. So let's go back down to the lords over here. Here we go. All right, so the genies at 95 points apiece, basically 190 points. You can have the genies helping them out. Cool. And they had their 5 award, 4 up armor save for that one, the Dao, which is my favorite one. The heroes, we got Layla bint Soraya. Is that the pretty one? I think it is. Enchanting Beauty. Yeah, I thought this one was kind of interesting. She was kind of cool. She's on steed. You can put her in a group in a cavalry or something like that. Keep her in there. Kind of interesting one. Decent little fighter. Otakar Mehmed Aga. He's got a pistol. The Commander Yadigan. Steel Forged helmet. I think this one was kind of silly with that helmet. You must include the Janissary in the army if you take them. Chosen that additional cost from the special units. Okay, the Prince of Thieves, the Assassin, Dagger of Truth, hidden 165 points. That's pretty high points for a 2-1 model. Yikes. I mean, he's kind of cool, but still pretty high. Abdul Al Hazred, great hand weapon. I appended the Necronomicon, Genie Master. Okay, you can add a Genie. Okay, level 2. Decent. I mean, the genies can be kind of cool, I think. The Sinibadu, 150 points. Blades of the Great Seas, Corsair Captain, Ruby Eye. Okay, 3 attacks, 2 wounds, still strength 4, toughness 4. Malik Ibn Lahad, 195 points. Got the counterattack. This is also like an assassin kind of character as well. Just really expensive on these characters, right? On these assassins. Carmel, she has the Genie Binding. Magical attacks. Okay, so Carmel must be taken in addition to your Lord Sorcerer Oh, in addition to a Lord Sorcerer as one of the normal Genie choices. So you can take this special character as one of the Genie choices, so it's almost double the points. Heroes are 50 points, really cheap. I guess you can make them your BSB. Can you make this one a BSB? I don't see that yet. Guess not. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh yeah, plus 25 points right here. Duh. Okay, so nothing too crazy. You can put them on a flying carpet, a camel, radiant pegasus. You can bow, handgun, great weapon. Nothing too crazy. Sorcerer, 65 points. Pretty normal. Company. It can be accompanied by one genie. I don't know. I just think the genie is gonna be cool to play. Has Shashin, 95 points. 4 toughness 4. She's got the 5 up dodge, 2 weapons. You can take the artifacts up to 15 points. I mean, it sounds like assassin, just like if you have a big old list that Shushin. All right, we got the Warriors of Araby, 4 points, as we said earlier, with the Holy Man in the middle. The Bookum, if you want to do that. I will take the Holy Man if I remember correctly. The Bookum could be in there just to help out a little bit, but I don't know. I think I'd rather just take numbers, maybe. Bowman, 6 points per model. Ballistic skill 3, whatever. They're just regular Bowman, 6 points per model, nothing crazy. You can give them crossbows for 2 points a model. I don't know. If the crossbows plus 2 strength, let's go check out the crossbows because it might be a little bit more points. Let's go look at crossbows. Let's look them up. See what we got here. The crossbows, probably shorter range, maybe strength 4. Yep, they are move or fire though, 30-inch range. I mean, 8 points a model. You can have strength 4. That's actually not too terrible, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it might be worth taking. Yeah, you could really start taking out some chaff with that. It was a nice little unit of 20 or something like that. The skirmishers, 5 points a model. You can give javelins or slings. You can take shields, 1 point a model. Nothing too crazy, just really cheap scouts, or skirmishers, better yet. Sorry. You can use that to be a little bit of a pain. 5 points per model for the Corsairs. They're ambushers. These guys would be a little bit better option, I think. They have the weapon skill 4, maybe a slightly better. I mean, but these are just weapons. I forget. Do bucklers are bucklers some kind of? I think I've looked this up before, but it's been a while. Let's see. Oops, bucklers. Let's see what they are. Okay, missile parry. Okay, so it's just something that helps them parry. That's all it is. Okay, not too much. It's not too bad. Let me give them a 6 up award, and they'll have their, I don't know, 6 up board and then a 6 up armor save. So it's something. Slave levies, 2 points per model. Yep, always good to have slaves. Just being a tar pit, that sort of deal. Have like 100, 200 points. They're just going to be a pain in the ass. We got the Sipahis, 15 points per model. Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4. They're fast cavalry. You can give them bows and such. Medium armor. I love fast cavalry in this game. It's just really good. Desert riders. These are the camels. Oh no, this is the Arabian steed. These guys are weapon skill 3. They're just regular cavalry. Let's see, what can we do? Can we give them light armor spears? But so you can give them spears so they can have a +1 on the charge. You can give them bows as well for +3. Okay. A little bit less expensive, right? But these guys are better ballistic skill. I don't know. I think I would rather have probably the harassing shooting guys, especially with all the moves, all the rules about move to fire, quick to fire. Let's see, do they have that? I forget if fast cavalry has quick to fire. Let's look that up really quick. Fast cavalry. I can't spell. Let's see. Okay, so they got free reform, vanguard, fire and fleet. Yeah, fire and fleet. So they have feign flight. They have fire on the march. I'd like that too. They can fight. They can fire on the way in. I think I'd rather take the fast cavalry. That can shoot. The desert riders are less points, but I'd rather have the fast cavalry. Camel riders, 11 points. They have you can also get spears, bows, lights, and all that stuff. So I guess you know what, you can get bows on the desert riders too, but it's +3. But their ballistic skill is much lower. That's the bad thing. So you know what though? These guys are quick to fire. These guys are not. So maybe I just take it just because they're quick to fire. Um, maybe because they have the same rules for fast cavalry, anyways. So maybe I was wrong there. The Palace Guard, 11 points per model, strength 4, toughness 3, basically foot soldier, stubborn. Great weapon. They're like great swords, pretty much. Weapon skill 4. I mean, you can have a magic center up to 50 points. Pretty good. Janissary, 6 points per model. Strength 3, toughness 3, weapon skill 4. Disciplined. Okay, so that's that thing where they they can add one die and discard the lowest one when it comes, or discard the highest one, I guess, when they're taking their tests, any tests or whatever. Not bad. They can take pole arms, bows, handguns. The pole arms are going to give them +1 strength, so it could be strength 4. You can give them shields, light armor, heavy armor. Okay, Mamelukes, 22 points per model. Strength 4 toughness is basically your knights. Let's see. Devastating charge, so they're going to be plus. Oh, devastating charge. What is that? +1. Oop, I can't spell. Devastating. I think it's +1 attack on the charge, or +1 attack during the turn they charge. So basically 2 strength 4 attacks when they charge per each one in the front rank. Not too bad at all. 22 points per model. What kind of armor save they got? They got medium armor. Medium armor, if I'm not mistaken, gives them a 4+ armor save, or 5+. Medium armor. I've been playing a lot of 8th edition, so I don't remember off the top of my head. So it's a 2+2 for missiles, and then 5+ armor. 5+ armor. It's not bad. And then you can give them shields. Like, can you give them shields? I don't know if you can do that. So 2 medium armor, shield. Okay, so basically a 4-up armor save for them. Yeah, they can have a standard as well. So decent little knights with a 4-up armor save, and then +1 attack on the charge. Not bad. Yeah, you can give them barding, and then they'll have a 3+ armor save. Then 8 movement. I might just give them barding, and they'll be at movement 8. That's just worth it. Having a 3-up armor save, much better. Silent guards, we have 11 points per model, strength 3, toughness 3, initiative 4. They're unbreakable, only 11 points per model. They have a light armor and shield, so they do have a parry, and they have a magic standard. I mean, these guys could be a tar pit. They are weapon skill 4, so that's not bad. We have the Nafutan, however you spell it, 10 points per model. They're skirmishers, ballistic skill 3 only. They can maybe replace his Nathabomb with a Siphon for 20 points. I don't know. I didn't know. I remember liking that one. So Nomad Scouts. It's going to be a Jezzail. Can have sharpshooters from ballistic skill 4, so this is good. Skirmishers, zealotry, so this is just a higher grade scout. Flying carpet riders, 13 points per model. You can have 5 to 10. You can have a bow, hand weapon. These are the guys that just drop bombs, literally carpet bombs, and they can fly over your enemies. It's only strength 3, but I think it was D3 per guy. You can have a group of 5 to 10 just harassing stuff and get rid of chaff and having to be dealt with. Not bad. The dervishes, I think these are the guys that just run through with the 2 hand weapons. They got poison attack, so they're +1 onto wound, and then they're immune to psychology, swift stride, zealotry, skirmishers, 14 points per model. You could just use these guys and they'll just go through your enemy and just kind of mess with them. I forgot if they go through them if something happens with them. I can't remember. Blade dancers, 11 points per model. These are the ladies. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, initiative 5, 5-up dodge, skirmishers. Not bad. These are going to be some pretty hard. They're going to be hard to deal with. Basically, some skirmishers that are going to be hard to deal with a 5-up dodge. We have the rare units, 38 points per model for the Pegasus Guard. Just a flying unit. These are going to be harassers for war machines and lone characters, anything like that. They're going to have a spear, so they're going to be at strength. I think the spear gives you strength 1 on the charge. Here, see, on foot, mounted. Okay, +1 initiative strength bonus. So you get +1 initiative and strength bonus. So not too bad. So you're gonna be in initiative 6, and then you're gonna be at strength 5 on the charge. Pretty good. Strength 5, initiative 5 on the charge, and then goes back down to 4. Then you have Pegasus as well with 2 attacks at strength 4 as well, toughness 4. War Elephant is 160 points. So pretty cheap for the War Elephant. I actually think that's pretty sweet. I mean, you got these all these little upgrades you can take or whatever. I can't remember which one was the best one, but yeah. You know what? Let's look at that real quick. We're on page 106. Let's see, War Elephant. Check it out real quick. I don't remember what they do off the top of my head. Okay, let's go down. Hey, War Elephant. Let's look at those upgrades one more time. Reroll Stampede tests. Okay, if a elephant suffering from a missile attack must immediately take a panic test. What if the panic test? It will determine by the scatter dice. It will. So this is not good, right? So I guess it's good to take the Stampede test to reroll them or whatever. Let's see what else. 5+ armor. So that was a silly one. I don't know how that would help if they already have a 5. And then I don't know. I'll take probably this one, the spike chain, 2d6 hits instead. Each successful hit causes 2 hits. Maybe that just because it's so easy to wound. I would take the spike tusks. That's what I would do. And then if the word will inflict. Nah, I would take this because basically these are impact hits, and impact hits hit automatically. This it equals 2 hits, but doesn't mean you're gonna wound. So I would say uh, I would take the 2d6 impact hits. I don't know, just my thoughts off the top of my head. So yeah, let's go back down here. Here, I'm gonna pause it, or I'm just gonna go down here just a second. Let's go down to the rare choices, rare units. Okay. Then we got the rock, which is that big old eagle looking things. Weapon skill 5, strength 6, toughness 6. That's the one that picks something up and kills it, or something like that. The drop attack and it hurts its own units. 230 points, pretty cool, but still no armor, no nothing like that. But it could be a harasser for 230 points. Cannon's 85 points. Monster Barbard is 140. Okay, not bad. The Monster Barbard is going to be pretty brutal. Sandglass of Time. Uh, 4 awards. This one was really cool, if I remember correctly. For only 150 points, let's go look at that Sandglass of Time really quick. Sandglass. Take one more look at it. Let's see. Oh, it's all together. Sandglass of Time. If I remember correctly, that had some really good rolls, and this is probably one of my favorite things on here. Yeah, I remember that being pretty solid. Sandglass of Time. Let's look at it one more time. So basically, toughness 7, 3 wounds. It's a war machine. Gives stubborn, 4 ward save. All friendly units within 12 have magic resistance once. So give them a 6 of ward if they don't have anything. It can help out with those genies. So I guess if they'll go from a 5 of ward to a 4+, if I'm not mistaken. In addition, it generates +1 power dice and the spell dice. If it's destroyed, the ground begins to shake and smashing all units around 12 inches. 2d6 string 4 hits can be pretty brutal. Oh, that's what it was here. These little bounce spells, level 5. So you can make somebody not cast spells or move or fight or whatever. I love that. Basically, this one range is 24. An augment spell, you can shoot twice or attack twice. And then you have the Grave Dust, which was my favorite one. Now I remember. Remains in play, -1 while active. The target suffers -1 movement, strength, toughness, and initiative. And then if they're deducted by 1, they'll go down to 0. Oh, wait. And will continue to do so until the spell is reduced. So they have to dispel this. This is one of the most brutal things on here. So think about it this, every turn, they're going to have to deal with this grave dust. It's going to be something like, if you keep casting it, they're just going to have to get rid of it. If they don't get rid of it that turn, they'll have to do it the next. So you're literally getting rid of dice in the pool. I absolutely love that one. I would take the Hourglass. That's probably my favorite item. For 150 points, that is a steal. It's like a chariot that just has a 4-up ward and buffs your guys up. It's stubborn, and then it gives them a badass spell. I mean, this is solid right here. This is really solid. My favorite thing in this whole army is the Sandglass of Time. Love it. But looks like we've come to the end. Overall, I think the Araby army can be kind of fun. Not the best army in the world, but the Genie seem fun. The Sandglass of Time seems like one of, not just in this book, it does seem like a really solid choice to take. I would take that in just about any army if it gives me all those buffs. I mean, it can be a little bit of a double-edged sword, but it looks like the risk is worth the reward because of how much good it does for your army. It's just really worth it. A lot of buffs. Stubborn. I mean, +1 to your ward saves. I mean, it's got great bounce spells. All the bounce spells are great, but that uh, dust and whatever, grave dust or whatever, is really freaking good. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my review of the Warhammer Armies project. Better yet, Araby Army review. Hope you have a great day, and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for any additional armies, we got plenty of them to go. Leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.